Rugged Radios. Work, race, play.
Hey, Steve, where you at?
Experience clear communications through headsets or helmet kits.
I'm up on the hill to your right. Oh, there you are.
Talk vehicle to vehicle.
Keep radio contact going. Copy?
Talk to passengers.
Copy that, I gotcha.
And stream your favorite music. Complete communications for UTVs, base camp, toy haulers, or off-road vehicles. Rugged Radios, the authority in communications.
Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show.
Did you know that over 10 million people vacation in southern Utah every year? Just like you, people come from across the country to enjoy all that this beautiful area has to offer. And this brings up a unique opportunity, because every traveler needs a place to stay. Pecan Valley Resort is your next real estate investment. It's being built right now just 5 minutes from Sand Hollow State Park. With resort zoning, Pecan Valley allows you the ability to nightly rent your property, which means you can get paid to own your own little piece of southern Utah. You'll have a place to come and create beautiful memories with your family whenever you want, and create wealth at the same time by owning your very own vacation rental. The resort includes a 10,000 square foot clubhouse, a 2-acre private water park, and a 90,000 square foot rec center. We are offering huge pre-construction discounts, and for our Trail Hero friends, we're also throwing in a hot tub cold plunge combo jacuzzi with every purchase. So come to the booth, find us on the scavenger hunt, or scan the QR code to start talking with us about your next investment property.
In the heart of Utah's bustling, ever-growing economy, there's one name you can rely on for all of your waste management needs. IGotPoop.com. From portable toilets to septic services, potable water delivery, IGotPoop.com is your one-stop waste management solution. No matter the size of the job, our dedicated team goes above and beyond to resolve your issues in a timely manner. We understand that time is money, and that's why we push the limits to ensure your project stays on track. But don't take our word for it. Our satisfied customers speak for themselves. So when it comes to waste management, remember, nothing is impossible with IGotPoop.com. Contact us today to learn more about our comprehensive services.
We are Metal Cloak. In 2011, we shocked the world with the Duraflex joint. We were attacked by some, ignored by others. So we tested our tech and proved our products are superior. Jeep owners everywhere now had a new standard, the gold standard. For over a decade, Metal Cloak has been the proven leader in suspension technology, and still the naysayers dismiss our performance while attempting to copy our products. Or at least they tried. So we retested, recompared, and yes, we are still winning. The most flex, the best ride quality, the best noise, vibration, and harshness dampening. Over a decade of proven strength and durability. Duraflex, the best suspension joint for your 4x4, period. Don't waste your money on second-rate brands. Go for the gold. Designed, engineered, proven, Metal Cloak.
I got that right turn. We're good.
Meet up at the compound group up.
At 10-4. Yeah, for sure, dog. Good, little driver, straight on through.
At Lin's, we understand that having kids in back-to-back games means you don't have time for extra meal prep. You need fresh options that are quick and convenient. We understand that as life gets busier, budgets get tighter. We understand because we're just like you. And you need to know you're getting the best value for your family. That's why we do what it takes to help the community, because it's our home too. Lin's, where delicious begins.
With over 1,000 miles of southern Utah dirt roads in your backyard, it's nice to know if it's four-wheel drive, we've mastered it. Live, explore, enjoy. Dixie Four-Wheel Drive.
In southwest Utah, there is a rare wonder that people are drawn to. From near and far, generation after generation, they come for reasons they can't explain. Compelled by a feeling that comes from deep within. And in this extraordinary place, a collection of communities filled with optimism and purpose have grown and thrived. On their own, they are good. But together, they are greater. Working as one, their differences beautifully blend to challenge your adventurous spirit and immerse you in the impossible. Here, you can dive in the middle of the desert. Walk among giants. Hike through a dragon's lair. And climb to where angels land. Here we are reminded of what it's like to be curious, carefree, and completely in awe of the world around us. This place is greater than just one park. This place is greater than just one passion. This place is Greater Zion.
CartoTrack maps can give you unparalleled access to custom maps complete with topographical contours, accurate trail data, and points of interest. Accurate, vetted data and information, including trails and important points of interest. No service required. Your location will be automatically updated by GPS as you go. With over 25 years of experience, CartoTrack's maps are clean and easy to use, complete with contour lines, letting you know what is up and what is down. CartoTrack's smart mapping. Visit us today at cartotracks.com.
In the southwest corner of Utah, nestled among the towering walls of Zion National Park, the peaks of the Pine Valley Mountains, emerald fairways of world-class golf courses, and the petrified sand dunes of Snow Canyon State Park is a place where stunning scenery is your constant companion. This is Greater Zion. Here we are driven by the feelings evoked by our Red Rock Canyons and soaring desert vistas. We are where people meet, connect, and thrive. We are united around dreams, goals, and shared accomplishments. We are a pursuit of passions under deep blue skies and amid red rock and black lava flow, all following the Earth's rhythms. We are where ecosystems converge, energies converge, and people from all over the world come to experience something truly spectacular. We are a place for freedom in an unspoiled, otherworldly landscape that provides unfettered access to everything in sight. We are a collection of communities and people who have pioneered and persevered. We are a perfect blend of luxury and ruggedness, quaint and modern, familiar and never before seen. We are stewards of responsible development and exploration in this land of forever. Here, 2,400 square miles combine for a vast playground amidst rippling waves of sand dunes, ancient lava flows, canyons, and freshwater reservoirs. We are a place to immerse yourself, to lose yourself, to find yourself. We are Greater Zion.
Okay, we are live here on Instagram, Facebook, and for the first time ever on YouTube. Guys, thanks for tuning in to Trail Hero Tuesday. Round of applause from everyone. We don't have the little buttons that make it sound like people are actually applauding. We're not a high dollar studio, but what we do have is what we call the Peanut Gallery. And today with the Peanut Gallery, we have Miss Brandy. There she is. And we also have Aaron and Crystal.
Heyo.
So basically what's happening is they are monitoring comments on each of the platforms. And then they'll let me know what you guys are asking, whether it's questions, comments, whatever. If it's funny enough, it'll make it in. If it's not very funny, then you get locked down from the moderators. Basically, your comment is not made or whatever. But if you have questions, we'll surely answer them. So that's kind of how it works. You guys dictate the conversation, but we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff here today on Trail Hero Tuesday. With that being said, this whole broadcast every week would not be possible without the help of Greater Zion. Greater Zion is our tourism board here in Southern Utah. It's basically the idea of when you come here, you are off-roading, and what else is there to do while you're here? And so we call that Off-Roading Plus, whether it's riding mountain bikes, checking out national parks or state parks, going for hikes, whatever, here locally that's family friendly, easy and fun to do, and affordable. Greater Zion is your source of information to find out everything that's available here in Southern Utah. Additionally, I want to say a special thanks to Washington County Fairgrounds Legacy Park, who is now the official home of Trail Hero. 2025, with that is some changes with the event, and Washington County Fairgrounds has been great enough to have us in their venue. So it's only a couple miles further away from the trailhead, but ultimately it is exactly what we need as a sport and what we need as the event as well, to create a safer venue that is more accommodating and better for the event as a whole. And that's what Washington County Fairgrounds Legacy Park is for Trail Hero. So we're really excited to be part of that and be on their fairgrounds, and special thanks. So again, if you want to partake in the conversation, all you have to do is put a comment in the comments box, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. And we've got different people watching each one. Brandy's on YouTube, checking out the comments there. And then what else do we have as far as who's on what with what?
Instagram.
Aaron's on Instagram and Crystal's on Facebook.
Yep.
So kind of give you an idea of who you get to handle. Brandy is great, but she can't answer a lot of the questions. So she's definitely given them to us, and then she'll be taking links and stuff, and they'll be dropping information into the comments so that as we talk about certain things, you'll get links to the things that we're talking about so that you can check them out or whatever. So with that being said, we have a bunch of huge announcements we need to make for Trail Hero this year. And some of that's happening on this show today. With that, we're not going to get to the big announcements yet because we can't unveil too much too quick. But what I do know is that we are going to announce winners of Jellystone camping passes at our next Trail Hero Tuesday, September 2nd. It is good for a 5-night stay with other prizes for Camp Trail Hero. If you get a chance, sign up for Camp Trail Hero on the Trail Hero Go scavenger hunt, and you'll be entered into the prize drawing for free. You got a chance at winning a 5-night stay plus other prizes any time of the year at Jellystone, and that includes during Trail Hero this year. So this is a great opportunity to get a couple $100 back in your pocket. If you didn't have a campsite, this is a great opportunity for you. If you did have a campsite, you can switch it out or use it for next year or another time of year when you want to come to Southern Utah and enjoy the trails here. So good opportunity there. As with every Trail Hero Tuesday, if you haven't listened before, anytime you hear the term y'all have created a drinking game over how many times I say y'all. And that means that you have a drink. And I like to try to partake with you and get you to have a couple more. So today we're on Deep Eddies and Sprite. I think Aaron's on, what do you have, Aaron?
Budweiser. Cheers.
Good old Budweiser. So make sure you take 3 sips of your drink. If you don't have a drink, put one together and join us. So if you're gonna, we have a question. Okay. Real quick before we get to your question, if you're gonna join us and try to win Jellystone passes for 5-night stay, we're going to drop that link in the comments right now. The great part about Jellystone is there are not limited hours. You're not kind of like locked in like Sand Hollow State Park. The state park is great, but if you leave and you can't get back in by 10 p.m., you're SOL. And so that means you cannot get into the park. You got to park your vehicle outside the gate, hike to your camp, or have somebody come get you. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So there are not limited hours like that. The water park is still open in October during the event. So you get something great for the family to go check out. Maybe you're on the trail, they're hanging out at the water park. Maybe they join you on the trail, whatever. But you have some great opportunities there for your family. They've got hot tubs, huge campsites with pull-throughs, full hookups, OHV access. It's really kind of the middle of the event. The trails are very close. The event itself is very close. And so, and it's smack dab right in the middle. And then you can get a refund up to within 2 weeks of your reservation, but you do have to put 50% down on a typical reservation order. And then it's easy to get week-long rates there as well as nightly rentals. If you don't have an RV, you can get some of their bungalows, 2 to 3 bed sleeping options there on site as well. So some pretty cool stuff. If you want, and you're not going to enter their deal, you can use the code HERO25 and save 10% off. All right, Crystal.
It's actually for Aaron.
Or Aaron.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Jake from State Farm says,
or otherwise known as Carter Tracks.
Carter Tracks.
Carter Tracks, yep.
I'm going to tell everyone what you drew in your front yard.
Ah!
Also,
that's
you
awesome.
just said dictate.
Well, that has something to do with what I drew in my front yard. So we were testing out, I can't pull up the equipment, it's super secret, but we were testing out new equipment for mapping trails. And in doing so, I had to put together a test. And so I think we were talking on the phone at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I literally am without shoes, walking around the front yard, and I live on a corner. So imagine the front of my house is really long and the side of my house is a lot shorter. And so I kind of just made a path and had some fun just to see if Jake could real-time track me with this new device. And it's accurate down to the inches, and it's real-time tracking, and it's really awesome. And so, Jake, if you want to put a screenshot of that in the comments, I think it'd be hilarious. That's all I got to say.
All right. So we got Max's Mike says, what are you doing at the fairgrounds to keep people coming through in the AM and PM looking forward?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I want all of our trail riders and participants and anybody attending the event to know that we have a bunch of different options for why you should be at the fairgrounds. Obviously, Trail Hero merch flies off the shelf every year. We appreciate the support. I think we've got some pretty cool stuff. But one of the things that I think is even better is we're allowing sponsors and vendors to create Trail Hero co-branded merch that they can give away for free. Now, whether this is shirts, hats, medallions, whatever challenge coins, doesn't matter. They're all, they kind of turn it into us and we verify, make sure it's correct. But ultimately, we have all these things. And like for Trail Hero, for instance, we have a different thing that we are giving away each day of the vendor show. So Thursday, I think, what do we got here? Is it on the, I think, yeah.
Yep.
So in my notes, thank you, Brandy, for creating the notes. Our 10-year co-branded merch items are subject to change. However, we will be giving them out during Power Hour, which is between 5 and 6 p.m. These are free while supplies last. We have challenge coins for Thursday, which is our Veterans Day. These are, I consider them priceless, but they're a very specific 10-year challenge coin that we are providing and giving away to anybody who comes up. There is 500 total, so you have to be part of the first 500 that attend the event. Friday, we have 500 Trail Hero flags. Now, these aren't the little tiny flags. These are the huge 3-foot by 5-foot flags that you can hang in your garage or put off your whip in the back, whatever you want to do. It's free, and that comes out on Friday. And then Saturday, we have license plates that literally say Trail Hero on them that we're going to be giving away. All told, it's about $50, $60 worth of Trail Hero swag we are giving away for free. That is all based on our 10th year anniversary stuff. Just so you guys know, only people that are 18 and older can swing by and pick this stuff up. It is not for your kids to come grab a bunch of free stuff. We'll give them stickers. Otherwise, this is for you guys. This is, you know, the Trail Hero license plates. You can put it on your vehicle. I don't suggest it, but you know, something you can hang in the shop. It's kind of cool, different. And then the flags, everything's kind of based on the 10-year anniversary, which I think is pretty cool deal. We also have Music Fest bandanas for the kids on Saturday. And then on Friday, we have some keychains, which also will work as like Christmas ornaments and things like that. I know my wife really enjoys Christmas ornaments. I'm going to adjust her camera here real quick.
Not everybody has Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
So like when I go to Jeepers, they have keychains, and I'll take the little decorative item off the keychain and then use a little hook to hook them on our tree. So like our tree is covered in all the travels that we've done over the last 4 years.
Yeah, and so I think that's a pretty cool deal, right? I never really thought much about Christmas ornaments. I'm not much of a holidays guy. However, any chance I get to appease my wife and get her Christmas ornaments
For $10?
and buy a $10 gift, it's a pretty easy deal there. She loves to give me crap over it. There she is. Whatever.
Easy to please. $10 ornament. Thanks.
Yeah. Pretty easy to go with. So anyway, those are some ideas that we have that we're giving away. I know that there's some more free merch, like Logan Coach has 10-year commemorative stickers. We've got medallions from Summit Machine, challenge coins from Ride Dog, t-shirts from RPM Steering, metal cups from Tire Right, soft shackles for sale that are Trail Hero specific soft shackles from JM Rigging, shirts from Skyjacker and Warren Industries, possibly some custom knives from Factory 55, and Concord Trails has some pretty cool 10-year co-branded stickers as well. So those are just a couple things that different companies are doing, and each one will be offering different things each day. I know that Yukon's working on 3 different things, one for each day as well. So kind of give you some ideas on how to be a part of Trail Hero, come in and get some free stuff, and then enjoy the vendor show as well. The vendor show this year is going to have beer sales, which we remind everyone to drink responsibly, of course. However, there's options to buy a beer and cruise the vendor show and enjoy the time with your friends. So, and then you can take that same beer and go into the Music Fest and kind of an open format, what we call a venue-wide beer garden. In Utah, this is kind of a big deal. Utah is known for being where Footloose was filmed, and there's not a lot of difference in the movie versus the state. And so obviously things have progressed since the when that 80s, 90s when that was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's one of the things that makes Utah so great is things are old school, right? My daughter can still ride her bike to the bus stop, leave her bike unlocked, and it will sit there all day without somebody taking it away. Utah is kind of a throwback to the 50s of sorts. And so I think it's very family friendly. They've got some pretty strict rules, but there's a reason for that. And we're happy to work within that. Now, I see some smirks and smiles from the peanut gallery. Do I have more comments or questions? What do we got over there?
Well, I've got more comments. It has nothing to do with my smirk on my face. Jake has sent us a screenshot to our phones.
Did he?
Yes.
Should I pull it up?
Is he in the text? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yep.
All right, let me pull this up for you guys. This is. Should I? I don't know. I can't condone this. Now that I think about this.
Jake's mom.
Yeah, I don't need Jake's mom to cry over this.
But it's a great picture.
It's a really good picture. Jake, if you wanted to post that in the comments, I'm fine.
He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to.
That's what he says because
it's going to get flagged.
For his mom, he doesn't want to.
He doesn't. Yeah, I understand.
It may get flagged.
What's so bad? Is it real bad?
It's just him walking.
It's me walking around in circles.
Oh, it ain't that bad.
I'm just walking around in circles. You can't even see it. Oh, there it is.
Give it just a second.
Yep, just a second. And the notes on this route says Jake is jealous. And that's it. So that's what I got. That's how accurate the mapping system is.
You're so creative, right?
I'm so creative. And if you think that we're more mature than anybody else, you're probably wrong.
Yeah, so I do get some.
So we got some more questions and comments. What do we got?
I do. All right. So Jacoby Converse says, "Is Trail Hero We Rock happening again this year?"
Yeah. So Trail Hero, the We Rock Rock Crawl, sponsored by Maxxis Tires, is happening. That is Friday of the event from 2 p.m. Till about 6 p.m. And that is happening in a new location over by the water tanks. We have moved things all over the mountain. We can't tell you where everything is, but we can tell you where some things are, right? The UTV Challenge, which we're calling the Rampage Rally on Saturday. Brandon, you're going to have to help me out here. It's a Super ATV Rampage Rally powered by Obar Tires, presented by Tread Expo.
You did good.
Okay, I did it. So that Saturday, 2 p.m., that's going to be kind of near the gates to the water tanks. And then the We Rock event is also going to be in the water tanks area as well.
You told them the format of the rally?
We have not taught, yeah. No, the rally is kind of cool with the side-by-side rally that's on Saturday. It's different than years past. It is basically a relay race where they've set up a course and the driver will go one way and then the other guy on the team will go the other way on the course. And the cumulative time between the two of them will create the overall time and then therefore the winner with the fastest time. So that's that. And then of course we have, yes, We Rock Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Perfect.
So, any other questions?
Yes, sir. So everybody, Mike says he would love a flag.
Which Mike?
Brassanini.
Oh, Brassanini. Okay.
Yep. Then our next question is from MNXJ39 asks, "What's War Hero? Just saw that flash across the banner."
Yeah, so good question. War Hero to Trail Hero is a program that Trail Hero has that is together with Racing Anxiety, which is a 501 or 501c3 nonprofit. Escaped my head there. So the War Hero to Trail Hero program is where we have people kind of apply for the ability to have an all expenses paid trip to Trail Hero based off of their service as a military person. And every year we get probably 100 or so people who apply, and this year we've just narrowed it down to the top 5, and we've just reached out to those 5 to figure out how we can have the conversations and start things rolling as far as coming to Trail Hero. It's similar to the 4-Wheel to Heal program, where we sponsor a bunch of veterans and they come out and they spend the week with us as well, all expenses paid. It's part of our beneficiaries in the program that we have within Trail Hero to give back to the community, especially and specifically the veteran community. So that is the War Hero to Trail Hero program. Any other questions? What do we got?
Let's see. Arizona Jeepin' Girl says, I make a Jeep tree every year.
You make a Jeep tree? What does that mean?
So I would assume
She was
on a
talking
Christmas tree, she
Oh,
puts Jeeps all over it. So
Oh, okay.
we have a Trail Hero ornament. So we're going back to the ornaments.
Ornaments. I think it's cool. I never was big into it. Now that we have a bunch of Trail Hero ornaments, I think it's pretty cool.
I just think it's cool because when you're decorating your tree, every time you pull out an ornament, you think of that trip, and then like we tell the kids a story about it. So
Yeah.
it's been really fun.
That's cool. What else we got?
Uncle Buck saying needs more girth.
Yeah.
Going back to your drawing.
Yeah. Well, not everyone is like Uncle Buck. But what I will, I'm going to get a little, I forgot what I was going to say. Darn it. Oh, Uncle Buck, what I was going to say is, where are you? Speaking of girth, you have a seat right there, and he did not come over. And this is my call out, bro. You're like 3 blocks away. Get here and join us, because I think everyone enjoys having Uncle Buck on the broadcast, the voice of Trail Hero. We miss that. So, Brandy, how's the comments on YouTube coming? You're just answering questions over there and dropping links?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we have one more.
We have some more? Okay, so what do you got over there?
Which one?
Do
The Geeks 4x4
no, do
or
this
the...
that one. No filter.
Apparently we have a lot.
Okay, so No Filter J says...
What trail is Jesse guiding? So we're checking to see what Jesse he's talking about, because I got 2 guides that are Jesse. So it's got to be Jesse Garcia. So to answer his question, he is guiding the Ledges on Tuesday, Dead Baroque on Wednesday. Sorry, I gotta find them all.
Just put on the spot a little bit with this
yeah.
question, but we're trying to answer it for you. What else do we got?
And those are the 2 days. Oh wait, Wednesday there's Double Sammy. Nope, that's Dead Broke. So it looks like it's just Tuesday and Wednesday. He's got the Ledges and Dead Broke.
Awesome.
So
Ledges and Dead Broke.
yes, Jesse Garcia is leading those.
And,
so this guy likes to be on Jesse's trails.
Oh,
'Cause
great.
He thinks he's a good dude and is a great guy. So it's great to hear.
And he is. Anytime there is, unfortunately, any kind of like graffiti on the mountain, Jesse is the first one to step up to the plate and help us remove it from the rocks. Additionally, he's got an awesome detail service that we always try to help him out and get our vehicles detailed when we do. We use Jesse for that as well. He does a great job. So shout out to Jesse Garcia. What else we got?
So everybody is sad because they missed the picture. But Jake says, how does Uncle Buck even know the girth is lacking? Strange.
Everyone's lacking compared to Uncle Buck.
Just gonna leave it at that.
We're just gonna leave it there.
Kurt says, y'all need another drink. Y'all.
Y'all are right.
Joey says, can we get the link for the Spotify Trail Hero Music Fest playlist, please?
Yeah, so the link to the Spotify Trail Hero, if you go to Trail Hero's Instagram, kind of gives you a bunch of links on the profile there. You can click on that, check that out. You can also get that if you have the Trail Hero app. And we can go into the Trail Hero app here, but on the Trail Hero app, if you scroll down and click on Music Fest, at the bottom of the app there, you'll be able to check out the Spotify. I'm going to pull it up real quick just so you all can figure out where it's at.
Oh, snap,
I threw another one down. Here's a Trail Hero app, and then all you got to do is come to Music Fest here at the bottom. Oh, it's actually pretty difficult to do this. And then up here, right there, and then you can see the Spotify links and details. There's a Spotify link at the bottom there. So when you click on Spotify, visit link, everything's right there. So, good question. Thanks for asking it. What else do we have?
So Jake said, please tell folks we will get guide maps out to all the guides once we have the trails from Rich. Per prior topic, he can collect trails now.
Yeah, so the trail updates for Cartotrax are reliant 100% on me. I've only gotten him 3 of the 8 trails. Let me pull down here. I think we've got a bunch of new trails for 2025. We'll be guiding Easy Peasy, Landslide, Landslide Light, Death Row, Higher Anxiety, Armageddon, and then newly done will be, or not newly done, but newly guided will be the Super Smash Brothers Trailbreaker Trail. I know Brassanini was tuned in earlier. He's one of the guides. He's actually the only driver to have ever finished the trail completely without any kind of winching, which I think is pretty cool. Got a chance at going with, I think it's Jeff McKinley, Michael Brassanini, and Caliph Redden, 3 of some of the best drivers in the world, and you got a chance at going on a trail ride with them. Buggy guys, I know you guys don't like going on guided trails, but this is definitely the trail that you will want to be on. Being able to wheel and learn from those guys and get spotted and kind of work your way through a trail like Super Smash Brothers is something I think a lot of people could really learn from, especially in the buggy group. So check out those. We still have to add Armageddon, Higher Anxiety, Death Row, and Easy Peasy, those 4 trails, to the list. I think Landslide is already on there, and I think Landslide Light needs to be added as well. So kind of give you an idea of what we still have to do for mapping purposes. I would be mapping all of these. However, I blew a motor on my rig when we were on Jeepers Jamboree, and now getting out to that side of the park is a little bit more difficult, but nonetheless, we're going to do it. So any other questions or comments before we move on?
There was another y'all in there. You missed to take a drink.
Oh.
Kurt's got your back today.
Thank you, Kurt.
Kurt also got his guides to me for his Toyota run.
We do have, oh good. Yeah, and this year, that's actually a good point. This year is the first year we have a Toyota run. And now because of it, we're actually talking to Toyota to offer a designated Toyota run throughout the entire week of the event with the assistance of Toyota itself, which I think is pretty cool. So something we're working on. It's not 100% developed, but we're hoping that by Trail Hero it is, and if not, it'll be for 2026. So pretty cool concept, having a Toyota only run. And thank you, Kurt, for kind of being one of many inspirations to that. I know that these 2 people love Toyotas.
Yep.
I'm originally a Toyota guy. I've been driving a Jeep now for the last couple years, but old school me was always Toyotas on the Rubicon, and you can't beat a Toyota on the Rubicon. They're just indestructible, but that's just my thing. Anyway, any other comments, questions before we move on?
Yeah. Is it possible to do a large Trail Hero sticker like the side of the JT?
So yes, we have them for sale at the merchandise booth. I think this year they're $100 for the 3-foot stickers, $75 for the 2-foot stickers, and then $50 for the 1-foot stickers. And they're kind of like made of wrapped material, so they're pretty nice.
I was wondering the same thing if you're going to get new ones, because one of my hood of my Toyota is burned up. It's been
Yeah.
there a long time.
It got replaced last year before the parade.
It's still
the
Right.
The Trail Hero logo that we do is with, you know, pretty high quality wrap. Although nothing beats the sun here in southern Utah.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time before your wrap really decides to deteriorate. With that being said, we do have wraps or those big logos and medium and small logos all at the merchandise trailer during vendor show at Trail Hero. Speaking of that, I'm going to kind of interrupt some other questions and comments and go into some of our merch sales that we're going to be offering at Trail Hero this year. Uh-oh, I see Josh just pulled up. Uncle Buck just pulled up. He's going to be joining us here shortly, and he definitely has his y'all drink with him. Oh, geez, he's shaking his belly. Anyway, so some of the merch sales or merch stuff that we have this year, we got a series of black hoodies that have what we call a throwback logo on it, which is kind of like a fun 70s logo that Brandy put together.
80s?
Is it 80s?
More 80s.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
80s.
hairband.
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, good call. So we have those. We've currently got kind of like an aqua color, but we're going to try to get a couple different colors because we know not everyone is into the aqua color. We also have Murdered Out 10-year anniversary t-shirts and hoodies. We have two types of beanies. One is the fold up where you've got kind of a thicker layer over your ears. The other one is a skull cap, which is what I prefer. We have 10-year anniversary patches, hats in a white camo and black camo, trail flags with multiple colors, just about every color of the rainbow. We also have guide flags specifically, kid shirts, flag poles, and flags at the for sale as well. And then what is this on my notes? It says trail snacks.
It says sacks.
Oh, trail sacks. Trail sacks. I've had too many y'alls already.
I was like, are you hungry?
Yeah.
They are not trail snacks. They're trail sacks. So welcome to the Peanut Gallery, Uncle Buck.
Hello. You got called out, and here I am.
I told y'all he was a couple blocks away, and here he is. So thanks for giving us whatever that was out in the front yard there.
It's a truffle shuffle.
Yeah.
Kurt said, Slacker, give him a finger for me.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's
Different finger.
I'm like, this one.
That's the
This
finger
one.
fly.
This one. Not that one. What do you got there? You just went and got something? Is it anything in particular, or you just got stuff? Okay.
She had a party over there.
I spilt my vodka.
Brandy had too many y'alls and had to clean up. Okay. I was wondering what was going on. Any questions before we move on?
Love some guide flags.
Vodka Monster.
Oh, there you go. Okay. What color monster do you have? White. I already know the answer to that. All right. What other questions do we have before we move on? None. Okay. So, guys, there is a new way to buggy around in the nation, right? And this is a really cool opportunity if you are thinking about getting into buggies, or you want to dabble, or maybe you're already into buggies and you just realize that the whole process is pretty cumbersome. And when I say cumbersome, I mean it's very difficult, right? You get this vehicle, you're going through all the bugs that it takes. It's expensive. It's very, very difficult. And what we found is that there's an individual out there, Greg Higgs, who's putting together a program called G-Spec that is perfect for people who want to get into the buggy world, have some extra income to do so, but can essentially put it on credit or want to be in this a little bit more exclusive buggy scenario. The best part about this is all the vehicles are completely figured out. There's no bugs to work out. There's spare parts and factory support in hand. And the best thing I could do is say, I'm going to have Greg specifically go over this. We filmed this a little earlier in the week, and I want you guys to just check this out because it's pretty cool and definitely unique. Our industry has never experienced anything about it before.
I thought you were just going to walk over to his garage right now.
Oh, yeah.
Go live.
Okay, so what am I doing?
We're going live from Greg's garage here. In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I'm also going to quickly have a wardrobe change and then go live here in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Richard Trail here. I'm here with Greg with G-Spec. Tell us a little bit about your program.
Okay. Well, this has been about 3 years in the making, the concept behind G-Spec. And really, I started it as a buggy buyer, wishing this company exists. Since nobody would do it, I did. So the main concept is, instead of starting the process to buy a new buggy, where you spec out the whole drivetrain, work with a builder, and over a series of 10 months and down payments, etc., you end up with a very unique, custom to you, but also custom to the universe buggy that doesn't have interchangeable parts, doesn't have support amongst your buddies for shared parts. G-Spec is going to change all of that. The idea is build the same car over and over and over. You can only pull that off if you go with the absolute best. That way you don't have to worry about obsolescence and the technology surpassing it. These cars are world class, the best parts list on the planet. You'll be able to check that out on the website and validate for yourself, but you just trust me. Alan at Sasquatch has been and is continuing to build the best cars. What separates G-Spec, though, goes far beyond the parts list. There's amazing builders out here all around our community and the country. The real difference is the value proposition of ongoing support. And you can only pull that off by having the discipline to stick with standard parts over and over. That way, I can be at major events, Hammers, Trail Hero, Easter Jeep Safari, you name it, where this type of customer goes, they'll know G-Spec's there supporting them. Meaning, in the trailer, every last component that could possibly fail and cost you hours or days of not wheeling, I've got it in stock. So in addition to that, intend to do 4 quarterly G-Series events, where at those events, you can sign up in advance for service levels. Also helping to maintain your cars, knowing that whatever we could uncover or find in ongoing routine maintenance or major repairs, we got you covered. So the whole premise is more time wheeling, less time fixing. World-class car that you get today. So if you're ready to wheel, they're in stock. Come see us at Trail Hero.
That's what I like the most is if you're buying a car, you get it right now.
Today.
Like you've got 2 in stock ready to rock. You don't get that. When you're buying a custom built rock crawler, you're waiting 10 months to a year to 2 years sometimes. Just come over and grab it now.
And in addition to that, as much as I won't disparage my buddies and competitors, it is law of the land that a new car ends up getting debugged. Yes. You can vouch for this.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how good you are. A wire could be too close to a heat source or something else, a doodad, or even just a faulty part, which can happen from other sub-vendors. An alternator could be bad. With a G-Spec, because we're not routing things new or figuring it out, it's already been optimized long before you bought one. So you could buy this thing, load it in a C-130, fly to Russia, and wheel in confidence. Whereas a brand new $200,000 build, I don't care who does it, it could still leave you stranded on day one because it just didn't figure something out. And it's like, everyone's cool with it, except me. I don't like that. I want to buy it, I want it to work. This should be as reliable as going and buying a Razor with similar support. And that's what G-Spec's all about. So at the event, Rich and I have been doing this for many, many years in support. It was both ways. And so I've been granted access to be down in the parking lot as the only vendor. So you will see this trailer set up with rigs and you can come put your eyes on them yourself. Really get into the nitty gritty, talk with myself, with Alan about the car or details about the program ongoing. So it'll be really cool. And my impression there, or what I want you to leave with, is spread the lore. You know, everybody comes to Trail Hero from all the country and everybody goes home. And at that campfire, I want you to be able to say, oh, I saw it myself. There were 4 cars in stock ready to be purchased there. That's wild. It hasn't been done before, and I'm excited to see how you guys react to it.
And you've got 2-seaters and single-seaters.
Correct. And they will both be in stock at Trail Hero.
All right, so that is the the G-Spec program. If you haven't heard of the G-Spec program before, I suggest you look into it. Pretty cool deal. Not sure what you guys think, but if you are literally looking to get into the buggy world, it is kind of the perfect turnkey process. When I build a buggy, there's always bugs and things to work out, and it's not necessarily an easy process. And this is one of those that they've got vehicles in stock. Literally, you can pull up and buy your buggy today, whether it's single seat or 2-seat models that are untouched, 0 miles, ready to go. It's no longer, here's a bunch of money and I got to wait a year to get your vehicle. You can get it today. On top of that, you get real factory support. So you break a part, they have a stock of parts. You don't have to wait for these new custom parts to be shipped to you in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They have it there. They'll send it to you next day air. Pretty cool stuff. So really a unique program to our industry. And I think it's kind of the evolution of our sport is to look at it differently. And in the buggy world, this is a big deal. So any questions or comments before we move on?
Yeah.
What do we got?
4X Flying says, can I do a firm payments?
Yeah, so they are putting together what you call a floor plan, which essentially means you can buy these vehicles on credit. Just like you would if you're going to a dealership and you're buying your vehicle on credit. And so they're putting all that together right now, and they're hoping to have it ready in place by Trail Hero. So you could literally pay for your car, sign your paperwork, and pick up your new rock buggy there on site and go wheeling same day. What do we got?
How much do they cost? What's the cost of it? Everyone's asking
4
cost.
easy payments.
Yeah. Well, it's I don't know the exact cost. I know that they have a couple different models. They have like their entry model. Now, when you're buying into this program, you're buying into VIP events, you're buying into a bunch of stuff, including kind of like a labor factory support program as well. So I don't know all the details, but I know that typically when you build a buggy, you may have the builder and the parts bill usually gets to, with all the new tech and everything, it's usually anywhere between $140,000 to $160,000. And then you have all these bugs and you're working things out and you're bringing the buggy back to the shop and you're always trying to figure this out over weeks at a time. And with that, the bill can get up to about $180,000 to $200,000 if you're not careful and things aren't perfect. What I know is that there are entry-level models with G-Spec that I think are around the $180,000 to $200,000 mark, with their top-end models about $240,000. I know that's a big price tag. It's a lot bigger than what I can do personally, but there's definitely a group of people out there that can do this. And once you realize what it is, you kind of work towards it, and then it becomes a lot more feasible. So a lot of people looking to get into the buggy world, the best part about this is it's like a house if you wanted it to be. So it seems like a big price tag. You put down payment down and now you're just making monthly payments. So it's not the same as dealing with one big payment that you normally have to do when you come to build a buggy. Typically it's one big payment that you pay to some of these big builders. This is something with their floor plan, you can make monthly payments on, and it makes it a lot more easy to obtain one of their vehicles. So, and that's why I like the program. And it's definitely a program I'm looking at getting into myself, because I can't afford to build a car and pay for a car right up front, but I can make easy monthly payments on a car. So what do you got, Brandy?
So 2 questions. Is this like layaway, like where you put the money in payments and then you get the car, or do you get the car when you get it right away? And the reason why I ask this is because watching you guys go through all this process, typically you have to make your payments, your big installment payments, and you still don't get the buggy until 2-3 years later.
Right.
And it maybe is ready by then, or they might hand you over an 80% car and you have to go somewhere else to get it finished.
That's a good point, actually.
I mean, that's a huge thing for
Huge
people
deal.
to like walk away with the keys and have a down payment and a credit card payment versus these big installment payments.
Yeah, so as soon as you sign the paperwork and your loan qualifies, you're a qualified buyer, just like a car, you drive the car off the lot that day.
Yeah.
And I think that that's pretty cool as well. So you literally show up to Trail Hero, put your down payment, have your loan in place, just like you would any other car purchase, and you get the keys to that car immediately. You can go out on the trail immediately. You don't have to wait 3 years or when the vehicle's completely paid off to go out there and do the thing.
So let's say like you come to Trail Hero and you're not, let's say you haven't bought a G-Spec yet. Can you see the G-Spec? Can you drive the G-Spec? Like what's going on with G-Spec?
Yeah, so they're going to have a very specific spot actually inside Sand Hollow State Park that you can go to their booth. You can check out their vehicles. You can even take it for a test drive if you're a serious qualified buyer. You just want to look at the car and go for a test drive and not purchase it. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, there's no free rides here.
Yeah.
But
Tire
you know, if
not apply.
yeah, if you're a tire kicker, it's not going to work. But if you're a serious buyer, they definitely have a program where you could jump in one of their vehicles that's already used and just feel it out, check it out. You'll go hit a trail real quick. Understand that the vehicles are wildly capable. Some of the best drivers in the world right now have some of these. You're talking Brett Dickey and Matt Dickey. You're talking the Sasquatch guys that actually are the builders of these vehicles. And they're building more as they go, and more people are buying them. There's a couple people that already have kind of like installments or things waiting on the next single-seater coming out. So definitely coming.
Is there two-seaters?
Yeah, and there's two-seat and single-seat models.
The
and
guys
then,
that want to take their wives and the guys that want reasons not to take their wives.
that's a good point. Yeah, single-seaters if you don't want to take the wives, and two-seaters if you do. Or if you're a female, single-seaters if you don't want to take your husband or don't have one, and then two-seaters if you do.
To pick up a new husband.
Yeah, to pick up a new husband. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty
Go fishing on the
right.
mountain.
You definitely would be going fishing, and I wouldn't think you're going fishing. I think you're going catching. It's a difference between the two.
Hey,
Sorry.
Tacoma got it right. I'm sorry, I'm going to jump in, but Tacoma got it right. Ask grass a catch. Nobody rides for free.
That's true. That's true. Now, with talking, do we have any other questions
Yeah.
and stuff?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
What concerning this specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So back to the price point, do they reach out to G-Spec?
Yeah. So you're going to reach out to Greg Higgs in G-Spec specifically. They have an Instagram page. They also have a website. And I would
Is it
check that out.
gspec.com?
I think it is gspec.com. He texted me the website. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up here.
I got it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm going.
You already know?
Yep, it's gspec.com.
gspec.com?
No.
No, I don't think so. That's why I was like, let me look it up.
Okay, so
But-
while we're looking for that, I'll just do another comment. So Phase Off Road said, don't tell my husband we won't have enough trailer room for the trip home. My
The
luck, he
G-Spec.
would leave me and bring a buggy home. So
Yeah, the G-Spec.
So the website is thegspec.com.
They have a GS1 and a GS2.
Correct.
Listed on there with specifications.
So anything else? What do we got?
And then one more, Brian, which she says, did you tell Brandy while live so she doesn't yell at you?
Yes.
I was like, I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm definitely looking to get into this program. It's to have a vehicle that has no bugs right off the bat. I just had a friend who built a car and he waited for a year and he spent a lot of money. And the first 8 times he took it out, he was chasing fuel pump problems and wiring problems. And this is all figured out. And it's, I think the headache of that is a huge deal, but you know, it definitely adds an immense amount of value to have that kind of support and all the vehicles the exact same. Nothing's too custom. So what do you got, Brandy?
Just something to finish up the show when we're at the very end.
Oh, we're at the very end.
When
I'm getting.
when we're at the end.
Oh,
We're not getting cut. We still have 11 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
You'll be very excited
So
about this new
talking
one.
about buggies, we're going to kind of transition a little bit into the Trailbreaker Qualifier. Now, in the past, we've called this the LCQ. We've called it the Tough Country Challenge. We've called it all sorts of different things. And now, as we've announced before, Yukon Gear and Axle is the title sponsor, and it is called the Full Send Knockout. Why is it called the Full Send
Wait,
Knockout?
Josh, give it to us.
Okay, yeah. Let's hear Full Send Knockout in the Trail Hero
Yukon Gear and Axle Full Send Knockout.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yep. All right. So the Yukon Gear and Axle Full Send Knockout is a completely different format than what's ever been done before. It is the evolution of the sport in many ways, and kind of the cat's out of the bag, right? We've kind of hinted at some things over the long term. We've told some competitors, some trail breakers, the idea of it, but here it is in a nutshell. We have 20 vehicles on the course all at once.
What?
I'm just joking.
You're supposed to say 4 gates
Okay.
and 7 minutes in heaven.
What am I supposed to say?
20 rigs on a course with 4 gates and 7 minutes in heaven to complete as many as they can.
And I messed that up.
And now you're supposed to be just kidding.
Just kidding. It's gonna be 4 rigs on the course at once. It'll be 6 different gates to choose from, and the drivers have 10 minutes to complete as many gates as possible. That does mean the drivers may be vying for the same gate at the same time. Each driver will have to check in their points before they finish the course or time runs out to actually get the points for their gates. If you're into competition rock crawling, this is what's called bonus land in the shootout of an event like We Rock. They've been running this format for a long time, except it's only been 1 vehicle on the course. We're upping the ante and putting 4 vehicles on the course. So
Breaker cross,
pretty cool.
What is it?
Totally
Breaker
different.
cross.
Breaker cross, yeah.
Breaker cross.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. So that is the format. We've got 16 drivers currently pulled. We're getting ready to pull the 17th right now. I'm going to cut to Aaron, who's going to bring the thing over into the screen here so that we
I
can
put this underneath it again.
Yeah, let's not do
Love
that.
it. Yes.
All right, so we're going to roll this thing around. Nobody knows who's going to get pulled. There's a couple extra drivers in there. And here we go. The
Josh?
17th driver off the line.
Hey there.
Brandon Purdue.
Brandon Purdue is pulled. He actually works on the G-Spec cars. Thank you. I don't have his contact. He messaged me on, or I think it was social media, and saw him at the lake once, and he said, I want to be in part of this. And he's a great driver. He's opened up a couple big obstacles on the mountain from the Pacific Northwest. Currently one of the fabricators at Sasquatch Motorsports. Great driver. He's going to be an amazing addition to the Yukon Gear and Axle Full Send Shootout. Now, with this Full Send Shootout, we still take the top 6 drivers and move them on to the final, which is the BF Goodrich Tires Trailbreaker. Pretty awesome to be a part of it. I think it's going to be wildly successful and really entertaining to be a part of and to watch as a viewer. And basically, Brandy, why don't you tell us a little bit about how this idea came about? Because to be honest, I didn't come up with this idea. It was Brandy. So what do you got?
This is off-roader and buggy driver. Not so much. I'm a snack eater and nap taker. So that is so cool. You're not wrong. That is me. You're not wrong. Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes I nap sitting straight up in the middle of the day.
You're fine, Aaron. Trail Hero. She might be asleep for a minute.
You might find me asleep sitting up at Trail Hero. But so I, surprisingly, after many years of being in the off-road industry, had never gone on a buggy trail ride. I've always gone on a Jeep or a side-by-side trail ride. And in our neighborhood, we have over 50 buggies, maybe? Is that going a little too much?
No, that's about right.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, literally all the buggy owners are moving to Dixie Springs in Utah. And so Rich asked me to go on a trail ride. Didn't think much of it. So we're out with Jory and Dave Tolson and the Brassaninis and the Dickies and all those types of people. And we're out there and we're waiting to go up an obstacle. And all of a sudden, Rich and I are sitting there and all of a sudden Jory or Tolson just starts crawling up the wall right here. And I'm like, what is going on? And it's like, the guys just don't stay in a line. There's no like follow the leader. They follow the leader up to a certain point and then everybody just scatters. So I jump out of the rig because I love videotaping stuff. and I'm filming Rich go up this like huge crack. And then all of a sudden I hear right by my head, and I look, and it's like Dickie and Matt and Brett Dickey going up this other incline beside me. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I see Tolson over here and Dory's over there. And I'm like, everybody's crawling up all these different obstacles. I can't even figure out like where to film. I'm like, what is happening? And I'm like, oh my God, this is it. This is so exciting to have like all these buggies pursuing all these different lines at the same time. You don't even know where to look. And so I get to Rich, who had left me at the bottom of the crack.
That's what I do. That's just my thing.
Literally abandoned me at the bottom of a crack. Now,
Poor
like,
you.
I was to sleep on the bottom.
Yeah.
But literally, like, I was filming everyone, and they were all taking their turns and starting to fall back in line and go up this huge, massive crack. Where is it at, Rich?
We were in actually a chain reaction, and we're all lined up, and nobody waits for anybody. And as soon as somebody struggles on an obstacle, 6 other buggy guys go and they kind of explode off the trail, and you can do that here in southern Utah, and that's very important. You can't do that in other places. So carry on.
So anyways, Rich left me at the bottom of this this gorge, and I'm trying to call him, and I don't know if he's on an obstacle at the top of the ridge, but I keep trying to crawl up the mountain, and then this rock was giving away, like the top layers of the rocks, and I have vertigo, and so my brain's a little and so I'm trying to call him, like, you left me. And like all of a sudden Rich comes like hopping down the mountain like a billy goat, and like comes down, he's like, what's up? Like, what, really? You can't walk up this mountain? I'm like, I can't. So that's a side story, but going back to the original story, basically it was so much fun and so exciting to watch all these guys, and even the Dickies, like Daddy Dickey and Son Dickey, like basically going like trying, like Brett just goes up this incline, and then Matt comes up behind him, like, I'm gonna do the same thing, and you see Brett like watching him, like trying to do the same.
And Matt did not make it.
Yeah. And Matt was trying, he didn't make it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching all these different attempts going on around me, and it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so fun to watch.
I think
So,
it's going to be
like,
wildly
Daddy
entertaining. But
No.
what do we have? We have comments and questions.
Mike said, should we drink every time Brandy says crack? Mike does have a new batch of something too. Mike's dumb.
I'm good with that. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed, Brandy is not much of a rock crawler, but that's not a big deal, because what she saw was something that was wildly entertaining, and she basically threw this idea into our lap, like, how do we replicate that? And that's what this is. The Full Send Knockout is a replication of what typically happens with trail breakers when you go wheeling with them out on the trail. So again, 4 drivers on a course with 6 gates and 10 minutes to complete as many as they can in that period of time.
And it's fair to say there's still some surprises coming.
There's actually a lot of surprises coming. We're already in the middle of, I don't want to give away those surprises.
Yeah,
So
no.
we're already in the middle of refining the process. I don't want to put too much out there, but it's going to be wildly successful.
Mike has a good one here.
What do we got?
So Mike asks, is there going to be a ring for the drivers to box it out when someone runs over someone else's car and breaks something?
So that's definitely a question.
That's part of our secret.
It's part of the how we're going to surprise you. Surprise! So we will release more details as we get closer. What else we have?
I said, I'm sure we'll find out more soon.
Yes, we will
We're still
find out more.
refining it. We have a meeting every day about it.
Literally every day we're refining this thing, but it is it's pretty cool. We've talked to a bunch of drivers and different people about it. All of the trail breakers that are already qualified, they will not be able to compete in this, and they have all said that they wish they could compete in it. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm excited to see everyone on it, and I think it's going to be great.
Speaking of Trailbreaker, you just posted this really cool graphic about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Trailbreaker,
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that a little bit in the round table at the kickoff party.
Yeah, so good point. The Trail Breakers are going to have a roundtable discussion at the kickoff party. If you're not familiar with the Trail Breakers, we just released kind of all the names that are in the Trail Breaker and have been part of the Trail Breaker as winners in the past. There's 8 of them. Let me see if I can remember them. We've got, not in order, Jeff McKinley, Jesse Haynes, Steve Nance, Cody Wagner, Caliph Redden, Dave Wong, Craig Allen, and Brett Dickey. I think that's it, right?
Mhm.
I think I counted. I released too many fingers on this hand before I went to the sand. Anyway, there's 8 of them, and I actually think I hit it in order, by the way. But I just posted a graphic with that. I think we're going to get that graphic actually printed, and you guys can get autographs from the Trailbreaker drivers at the round table during the Yukon Gear and Axle kickoff party. I know that Glenn Plake is going to be kind of leading the way with the discussion, but you're going to be able to get some insight into the minds of some of the best drivers in the world, and I think that that's a really cool thing. I want to know who you guys think will win Trailbreaker this year, if it's going to be a previous winner or if it's going to be a new driver. Tag your favorite driver in the comments. We want to know what you think, and we're going to come out with a poll later on in the week to kind of gauge your interest in who is actually going to win this thing.
And just to clarify, is it 4 or 6 people from LCQ go to Trailbreaker?
So even though there's 8 people that have won and all 8 drivers are allowed to come back without qualifying into the Trailbreaker, we already know that there's 2 drivers that are not going to be able to make it this year. And so 6 drivers from the qualifier are going to go into the main.
So the total, how many drivers for Trailbreaker?
So we have 12 drivers that compete in Trailbreaker on Thursday at 2 p.m. On a to-be-determined Mound of Rocks, undisclosed location here at Southern Utah during Trail Hero. So we're just about rounded out on the hour. Do we have any questions or comments before we get out of here?
Awesome. Rock crawling turning into MMA bout. All this buggy talk, somebody better break my buggy cherry and take me for a spin while I'm there.
Who is that? Who is that?
Happy Hendricks.
Cool. I think Happy Hendricks is coming all the way down from Alaska, if I remember. They've already started making their trip down. I think this is the group or the person. Let us know in the comments if it's you.
So yeah.
It is?
Oh, well, we're going to have to wait a minute.
Oh, we're going to have to wait a minute because there's a little delay there.
Mine's delayed.
But
Trailbreaker Kumite.
but yeah, they definitely do give rides. And if you're a qualified buyer, you can get a ride in a G-Spec, which is essentially a Trailbreaker-esque vehicle. It's the next level of vehicles up there right now.
Will there be a G-Spec in the LCQ?
There will not. Well, I don't know. So there's a couple guys that have G-Specs that may use them in LCQ. They may not. They've got a couple different vehicles to choose from. But I think that there will be a G-Spec in the qualifier this year.
Oh, wow.
So
someone actually asked, so are you going to add a G-Spec shootout?
No, it's not going to be G-Spec based. However, there will be G-Spec events that we help G-Spec conduct throughout the year.
We're pushing
and he's going to host, I think, 4 events in 2026. And we will be helping him in one way or another put those together. So kind of give you an idea, but it is not, there will not be a G-Spec competition series at Trail Hero specifically.
So Happy Hendricks has messaged us back. He says, I am in Tracy, California, just got new bumpers from Chassis Unlimited today, made 3,600 miles in 6 days.
Yeah, so that is the guy from Alaska, which I think is pretty cool. He's kind of doing a round trip. I think, I don't remember. I thought he said he was going to put on like 20,000 miles over the next 2 months, including having Trail Hero as one of his stops, and then eventually back to Alaska.
I feel like we need to have like an Iron Butt.
Yeah.
Iron Butt trophy.
So he's definitely going to get something this year. I mean, we got to figure out how to make sure he has a good time at Trail Hero for sure.
For sure. One quick thing, Trail Hero X episode update.
Yeah, so Trail Hero X, right, y'all?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So we're still going through episodes. I know there's a lot of excitement. We're looking, I think we're still on for 10/8/2025. That is October 8th is the debut of the Trail Hero X TV show. And what is Trail Hero X? If you're a first-time listener, it is Trail Hero's version of Overlanding. Now, it's basically a competition reality TV show based on overlanding and off-roading and camping. It is something I guarantee you've never seen before. There's challenges that are similar to those on like Survivor. We're driving over 540 miles, 3 states, 5 different camps, if you call start, finish a camp. It's a good time. And so all this is captured for a TV show, a 6-episode miniseries to be debuted on Speed Sport 1, Amazon Prime Video, Roku, Pluto TV, and I think YouTube TV. So some pretty cool things there, and we're really excited about it. Again, that's October 8th on Speed Sport 1. So that is our update on Trail Hero X, the TV show.
So Happy Hendrick says, I brought moose and caribou.
Okay, so I'm gonna need some of that. I love me some moose and caribou.
I might have to kick out that smoker for this one.
Yeah, my favorite are moose burgers. You can't beat it. I love moose burgers. So anyway, what else? You got something?
Yeah, if I ever get a minute to talk. Tyler said it's time to weld on some spikes on my cage so nobody drives over me.
Oh.
Well, if you have to do what you have to do, I don't think you will need to put too many spikes on your vehicle.
Yeah. Tyler, you're a good driver.
Yeah, you're a good driver. You're going to make it up all the obstacles, and you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Any other questions? What do we got?
Clear on my side.
I just want to talk about the staff and appreciation party.
What do you want to say about it?
I just want to remind everybody, I want you to put this on your calendar, that on Tuesday night of Trail Hero, we're going to be at Pecan Valley Resort's water park. All volunteers, all guides, and all core staff will get a free ticket into the park to go enjoy the water park. There'll be a DJ. I'm having vendors stop by and give away free snacks and treats. They'll have their bar open. They'll have their snack bar open for drink and food sales. But just want to remind everybody, that is where you're going to come to pick up your 3-year anniversary gifts that you typically get as guides and core staff. 5-year,
unless you've already got it.
Unless you already got it. 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, and then our 10-year anniversary gifts for our staff that's been with Trail Hero all 10 years of the event. So please make sure that's on your calendar to be there. 6 to 9 o'clock at Pecan Valley Resort.
Yeah, and a lot of you guys, Crystal, you work with her all the time. Her and Josh are going to be putting together the ability for you to pick up that stuff. If you're a guide, volunteer, staff, you're not going to get those at the kickoff party like you normally would. You're going to get those at the staff appreciation party. So
or any other time that you find us.
Or any other time. If you can't make it to the staff appreciation party, any other time after the party, then you'll be able to pick your stuff up there.
And the 5
Anything
years
else
are
you-
limited.
What's that?
The 5 years are limited. We may or may not have any more 5 years.
Okay.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
Well, I was trying to think about it. I
Put
was
that
like,
on your list there, Brandy. We need to make.
Well, we gotta go back and Rich's Rolodex.
So what do we get for 5 years?
So for 5 year, we have a little Velcro patch
Okay.
that says, "I'm amazing."
Yeah, the 5-year committed.
5-year committed.
Yeah, so the 5-year committed patch, which I can definitely get made. You're going to give me that before you leave. The 3-year, what was the 3-year? Was the jacket?
So 3-year is either, if I have it still, they'll have a choice between a little windbreaker or a zip-up hoodie.
Yep.
Zip-up hoodies are all sizes because that's what we replaced the windbreaker for because we can't get the windbreaker anymore.
Yeah, the windbreakers got discontinued, and so we went to a zip-up hoodie. So then,
7-year.
okay, what's with this? What do we have for the 7-year? Do we remember?
Yes. The 7-year is like a plaque that's like yay big. And it's from Summit Julene. It's bigger than our normal participation plaque. It's a little bit bigger. It's just for our guides.
That's true. Yeah, forgot about that.
Nice.
So the 7-year plaque is pretty cool. But I think the 10-year thing is kind of a big deal. And we're really excited to give those
And
out
I
this year
have a
too.
list of everybody that gets 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, and 10-year. So like you can hope like, oh, I get this. I'm like, oh, well, let's go through my Rolodex. So
And-
I do keep
yeah.
track of it. It's something that Josh and I keep track of just because of these reasons.
And just so you know, just because you went to the event doesn't mean that you volunteered for the event. So the ones that get the 10-year or any of these others, it's because you volunteered that many years, and that's why you get what you get. So I think this year we're between all volunteers and everything, we're only a couple handfuls of people that I know of. So pretty exclusive.
Handful.
2 handfuls?
A handful and a half?
Handful and a half?
Or half a
Is
handful?
this is a handful?
So yeah, handful
So
and a half?
2 handfuls or like
Handful and a half?
a handful and a half? Something like that. Anyway, what do I do with my hands? Guys, that is rounding out Trail Hero Tuesday. Do we have any questions before we leave? All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hate to cut it short, but you know, you really think about it. We've been on here now for a little over an hour, and we know you have dinner to get to. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday, y'all. And we can't wait to talk more about Trail Hero. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye-bye.
At Lynn's, we understand that having kids in back-to-back games means you don't have time for extra meal prep. You need fresh options that are quick and convenient. We understand that as life gets busier, budgets get tighter. We understand because we're just like you. And you need to know you're getting the best value for your family. That's why we do what it takes to help the community, because it's our home too. Lynn's, where delicious begins.
With over 1,000 miles of southern Utah dirt roads in your backyard, it's nice to know if it's four-wheel drive, we've mastered it.